You're probably wondering why I'm drowning with some random guy on PvP Legacy. But to me, this is more than that, as this is a memory I'll never forget. Our first story begins with the tale of GrantBlade, who initially remained silent and collected to himself, whilst I built up an area for us to fish in. However, he attempted to use the rods as a weapon instead. Although he did fish with me, this soon led to destruction and sabotage, as he started to attack me, leading to my untimely demise while I attempt to reel one last fish. Our next story is the tale of liltugboat, who immediately was willing to take a break from all the action, just to fish with me. After a while, he walked away to gather some wood. He then started to build a foundation of a base, while I continued to fish and just watch him from a distance. And soon after that, the base was constructed with 4 walls. A roof was completed, as well as including some interior design. The house looked incredible. But then he had to go, sadly, and left the game. Our third story is the tale of Chickenfangs.
A few moments later.
But it was safe to say that this one fell short of the mark. But Chickenfangs was about to have a redemption arc. We decided it would be an unbelievably smart idea to cover the entire arena with water, and that's what we tried to do. This took us an extremely long time, and my hand felt as though it had carpal tunnel or something. I don't know, I'm not a science guy, right, but I know it hurt. We continuously placed water, as though we were running for the Water Olympics, if that were to exist. And it was exhausting. Eventually, I believed that this was being the leading factor of all other reasons as to why Chickenfangs decided to whip out a cobblestone block. And brutally murder me for a second time. Our fourth story features Icy as the main character of the tale. We agreed to fully cover the lower layer with water, as we knew the entire arena would have been too arduous, as I unfortunately knew. Despite weaponizing a fishing rod, I was able to withstand the beating, allowing us to become the closest of friends in the process. Shortly after that, I was hooked by his fishing rod and forced into the water below. He decided to climb up on the sky base and tried to hook me up through the hole. However, with one misplaced water bucket, our fourth tale is concluded. Our fifth and final story is the tale of Zikran, who will surely become familiar. It started off like any other game of PvP Legacy. Fishing, of course. And he showed strong signs of becoming immediate friends with me, especially after his initial gift of his first rock rod. Soon enough, he was already decorating the fishing area, using spruce from the nearby trees, eventually creating a really cool looking fishing area, I can't lie. After some time, we had developed a small but working wheat farm, and after mining a lot of spruce logs, we were able to cook some cod for a better food source. Shortly after that, I set out the foundation pillars to our base, making sure to align each pillar perfectly with the others. Once the frame had been completed, some azalea was bone mealed into trees to allow me to harvest some oak wood, which would be used for the walls of the base. After adding some buttons to the entranceway and also adding a roof, I harvested more moss, slowly gathered more bone meals, using moss in the compost. This took a while, and then chopped down some more azalea trees for oak wood, allowing me to complete the roof of the house. However, it was important to build an overhang to prevent flat walls, which was sooner or later finished. Whilst inside crafting some chests of storage, I was told in chat to look. So, I turn around and receive the greatest gift that any man can ask for. A bowl. Decoration was needed, so I added some green areas and some flowers to the house. I also decided to build a stairway inside of the base. Oh, hang on a sec, let me craft an axe. This was to be able to use the smaller second floor space upstairs for whatever we wanted. I then decided that I actually should patch up the holes that I definitely didn't previously make. But also decided to keep this hole here, as I was way too lazy to even try to fill it in naturally. I added an extra layer of decoration by using bone meal outside of the house to add some grass, as well as the occasional flower to bloom, and a few trees. Then the inner fisherman inside of me started to scream at me for not fishing. So I fished for a while. Honestly, I have no clue why I decided to fish for this long. I guess you just live life as it comes. A little bit of time passed before Zikran decided to show me the progress he had recently made, leading me into the excavated basement to hide the bodies of our victims, and of course, I decided to troll him a bit. As friends, we decided to reflect on our creation, capturing the special memory together. This was because, sooner or later, it was the end. We'd achieved all in which we could. We specifically made sure that both of us were on the same health, as well as the same bars of hunger, in order to prevent natural regeneration, so that we would both be able to die at the exact same time. And after double checking, and double checking again, I placed the bucket. We started to lose oxygen. As the bubbles counted down, I reflected on the memories of the failed attempts, the revenge, redemption, and backstab of Chickenfangs, and concluded that just because things aren't going your way, it's not an excuse to give up. And this was until a new round started. So, with a heightened sense of deja vu lingering on us, we repeated the same thing again. As the balls counted down, I'm not going to go into another monologue, but yeah, pretty much the balls went down slowly, man to man, soul to soul, a long, painful death. But hopefully now, you're probably aware why I'm drowning with some random guy on PvP Legacy. But to me, this is more than that, as this is a memory I'll never forget. The most legendary tale is concluded, after 75 minutes of camaraderie. Thank you, Zikran, for this opportunity. and thank you all for listening to these tales. Consider subscribing if you enjoyed, but if you're still unsure, click here to watch more of my content, which will help you decide. And well, all that's left to say is thank you for coming, and goodbye.